What's going on, vinyl community? Welcome to another video with the Record Spinner. In today's video, I'm going to be doing an unboxing of the Mötley Crüe Crücial Crüe studio albums Splatter Vinyl Box Set. The 80s Mötley Crüe albums are always prone to being reissued and remastered in a number of configurations. There have been remastered CDs with bonus tracks, standard vinyl reissues, Newberry Comics exclusives, and a number of different box sets bringing together the 80s albums together, which is quite frankly the core catalog of theirs. But since Mötley Crüe has licensed their catalog to BMG amidst the band's 40th anniversary recently, they have decided to put out another box set of the 80s albums, this time around on Splatter Vinyl, which is pretty cool. And I figured this would be a nice little upgrade to my Mötley Crüe collection, since I had previously the 2008 pressings that were done by Mötley Records, and then for Girls, 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 I had a colored vinyl pressing for its anniversary, but now I have all those 80s albums together in one package with this new box set. And as you can tell here, it is still in the manufacturer's box, and just for the sake of showcasing, there's the label right there, pressed right in the Czech Republic. And we are going to dig and render our way through this. So let's see what entails. Alright, we'll slide this bad boy out. And here we go. So, here is the front of the box. I'll give you guys a nice little close-up of the hype sticker there, which I will read off to you. Nothing quite specific. It says Mötley Crüe, Crücial Crüe, the studio albums 1981 to 1989, limited edition 180-gram colored vinyl, and then it lists the albums as well as their various certifications within the RIAA. So we have Too Fast for Love, Platinum, Shout at the Devil 4 times Platinum, Theater of Pain 4 times Platinum, Girls, Girls, Girls 4 times Platinum, and Dr. Feelgood 6 times Platinum. So that is quite impressive. And let's get the shrink wrap off this bad boy here. And alright, so wow. Already this is a rather nice package presentation-wise. So as you can see, this kind of comes on a sort of almost leather-esque type of box, and you can see the silver inlays for the text here. Also, I do have to say, I like how they use the logo for the Too Fast for Love album. That's a nice little touch there. And then here is the back of the box, which has this nice kind of metallic look to it, with a Shout at the Devil era photo on the bottom, along with all the albums featured in this set, which is quite nice. That looks very cool. And just by looking, is this a loose sheet or does it come attached to the box? Looks like it comes pasted on. Oh, actually, wait, no, it's being held together with some sticky adhesive stuff. I'm going to keep this on because it's a rather suited back cover. But needless to say, you can peel it off if you wish and place it inside. But, alright, let's dig our way through this box, shall we? So here we have the first album, Too Fast for Love. Of course, on this album, you have things such as Live Wire, which is fantastic, Come On and Dance, Merry-Go-Round, Take Me to the Top, Piece of Your Action, Starry Eyes, title track, On With the Show. This right here is my favorite Mötley Crüe album. It just absolutely rocks. And as you can tell, the jacket has a little bit of that aged kind of look to it. Looks like there's been some ring wear and some kind of beat around edges. That's actually intentional. Back when they redid the catalog in the 2000s on vinyl, they kind of added that sort of look to the vinyl reissues to kind of give it that natural look, which I kind of understand. It can be a little irritating because it looks like it's in worse shape than it actually is, but best believe it is part of the design. So here is the front and back, and there they have graced the jackets with the PMG logo there. Printed inners, there's the band with the pentagram flag behind them, and all the lyrics featured here. And let's take a look at the vinyl. All right. right, so here we have white vinyl with black splatter, which is well suited for the for the album artwork here in terms of the color scheme. Basic white labels. And just by looking in the dead wax, this was pressed over at GZ Vinyl, which makes sense since the box said that it was done at the Czech Republic. So that is quite cool. And just by looking at the credits, it looks like they're using the same mastering from the previous reissues. I'm not sure because these are, I believe, new remasters. I think that were recently done. I'll have to do some further investigative research. There is a 2022 copyright date, so I think they are using the new remasters, but yet the credits state otherwise. I don't know. It's kind of curious, but looks very cool so far with the first LP, Too Fast for Love. And then we get to Shout at the Devil. And of course, they got the pentagram graphic there as part of a nice spot varnish finish to it, which is quite nice. There's the back cover. There's the pentagram once again. Gatefold opens up. There are the guys. This was the first Mötley Crüe album that I ever listened to, so I do have a bit of fondness for this. I will say, you know, Shout at the Devil has a special place since that was my first Mötley Crüe record, and then Too Fast for Love is my all-time favorite. So those two albums back-to-back are just perfection by all means. And of course, on this album, just for the sake of pointing it out, you have one of my favorite album openers, and that's In the Beginning, which kind of almost sets the tone of the record. Very similar. Almost reminds me of how, like, David Bowie's Diamond Dogs opens up with that sort of dystopian type spoken word intro. Then it goes into the title track, Looks That Kill. The guitar instrumental, God Bless the Children of the Beast. The cover of the Beatles' Helter Skelter. Red Hot, Too Young to Fall in Love. 10 Seconds to Love, Knock 'em Dead Kid. Knock 'em Dead Kid. All good stuff. And then here is the printed inner sleeve for that. Ooh, interesting. So this comes pressed on yellow vinyl with black splatter, which looks very cool. Red labels there. And these are, of course, reflective of what the Elektra label was during that given time of when these albums came out, and they obviously kind of just simplified them, modified them to reach the sort of BMG, you know, type label. If anything, use the same design, but just substitute, you know, the various logos. And next up, we have Theater of Pain. This is where things kind of nosedive a little bit. This is when they start kind of getting all glammed out. They kind of got away from the whole kind of veneer thing, and they kind of went more glam. And of course, on this album, you have Home Sweet Home, Smoking in the Boys' Room, Louder Than Hell's a good track, and the rest is kind of filler. Hate to say it. As you can see, still has that weathered look to it. There are the guys there. Printed inner sleeve. There are the guys. Lyrics here. Ooh, wow. This comes pressed on red vinyl with black splatter, and this kind of comes on a sort of custard yellowish type of label, which you can see there, which is pretty cool. That's a nice bit of splatter there. Very nice. Moving on, we have Girls, Girls, Girls. This album, you get Wild Side, the title track, Bad Boy Boogie, Nona, which is a great sentimental track from Nicki. Let's see, what else? The cover of Jailhouse Rock, You're All I Need. Somewhat of a decent album. Kind of picks up a little bit from where Theater of Pain was. Printed inner here. Here's the lyrics. And very nice. So this comes pressed on blue vinyl with black splatter, which is very well suited. And also, ironic enough, the anniversary pressing that I had of this album came on a blue and black kind of marble. So it's nice that they're kind of sticking to the color scheme somewhat. with these new pressings for this box. And last but not least, we have the last album, which is, of course, Dr. Feelgood, and this one has all the hits on it. You have the title track, Kickstart My Heart, Without You, Same Old Situation, Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away. They also have their version of Rattlesnake Shake and a few others. Solid return to form for the band. Also, they made this album stone cold sober, which is quite impressive. Printed inner with lyrics, as well as some artwork. And nice. So this comes, interesting. Green vinyl with red splatter, but there ain't too much splattering going on this pressing. It's more so just like a sort of hazy-ish green, which is all right. I'm sure other pressings have more red splatter on it, so I don't know. Double check your copy, see what your splatter looks like. And that is basically it for the box. Here's the inside. There's no kind of like photo or insert or anything. It's just the albums together on splatter vinyl and a nice slipcase, which I will say, I mean, it's nice to have all these albums together under one umbrella since, let's face it, like I've said, this is the core catalog for Mötley Crüe. And I am going to have a good time spinning these albums and revisiting them. It's been a hot minute since I've listened to some Mötley Crüe, especially just kind of dive right into their catalog from, you know, for the entirety of the 80s period. So it'll be quite nice. So there you guys go. That is my unboxing of the Mötley Crüe Crücial Crüe studio albums 81 to 89 Splatter Vinyl Box Set. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead, give it a like, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video, and most importantly, keep the records spinning.